The three of us stand frozen as the door trembles. Hey, is someone there? Let me us in! Survivor! We rush the door, the small window at the top giving us a view in the hallway, with a group of zombies closing on the fourth student. Oh, one of the students, a girl named Kay, it reached the lab and is the one pounding on the door. Wait, I thought it was the guy. Wait, what? Oh, is that Ranko? Oh, he holding a katana. Oh, wow. The student pours out is Ranko. With a katana held in front of her, she battled with the zombie. The sword shimmered shape flawless, but no matter how many times she tried, her opponent, they won't go down. She attacking their body and it lands as if they were still human. We have to let them in. It's too dangerous. The zombies aren't slowing down. They reach us if we open the door now. How can you so be so cold? But if they can slow down, the zombies. I take a deep breath. Shout in the hallway loud as I can. Ranko! Attack their heads! Out in the hall, Ranko stepped in response to my cry. Either their head or their legs! With a barely a pause, she dragged her katana forward into the nearest zombie's skull. It dropped to the ground, and she whistled to the face the next. Now that the zombies are being turned out, Mel and Yua open the door. Kay burst into almost immediately, with a boy named Tatsumi right behind her. Finally! What took you so long? Should I respond? Say nothing. I'm not gonna explain anything. We don't have time for this right now. Despite Kay's louder, I remain focused on the situation outside the lab. What? Now you're going to ignore me? Hey, I'm talking to you. Out in the hall, Ranko is flowing back toward the chemistry lab, while fending off the nearest zombies. The remaining student is right behind her, and I recognize her as a girl named Eri. Eri moves slowly, seemingly dazed by what's going on. Ranko has almost reached the lab, but now Eri is a few paces away. Two of the zombies closed in on Eri, and she let out a shriek. No! Ranko chased after her, but the zombie grabbed Eri and she disappeared into the mob by the undead. With another cry, Ranko cast down the nearest zombie and charged in after her. Eri is too far away. She never make it. If someone doesn't help Ranko, we lose her too. Before I know what I'm doing, I step into the hall. Ranko! I reach her and pull her back. Let go of me. It's too late. No, I can still. But Eri is outside now. Even if it's possible to reach her, I doubt she'll be alive or human by the time we do. Ranko's shoulders sag and she lowered her katana. Come on. Her hand on her shoulder, I gently pulled her back toward her chemistry lab. Azaki, are you okay? I'm fine. What the heck? Where's Ellie? She didn't make it. What? You mean left her out there? I'm the one who pulled Ranko back. It was already too late for Ellie. Too late? Yeah, because Miss Perfect Her couldn't protect one student. She was relying on you. You know Ellie was never strong, but she figured we be okay as long as we were with us. You let the zombie grab her. Why weren't you being her side? I'm sorry. Sorry, won't bring Ellie back. Fuck. I had never seen Ranko look so utterly defeated before. This isn't her fault. It's amazing she managed to fight the zombie as she did. It looks like she really took the K-word to heart though. Ranko blamed herself for Eddie death. What shall I do? It's not your fault, Ranko. You don't have to say that. I'm serious. It's not your fault. If anything, it's my fault for stopping you. But it was already too late by then anyway. Then Kay is right. I should have made us sure they didn't grab Eddie in the first place. She walked away from the other to the far side of the room and stared listlessly out the window. I hurried after her. You should blame yourself. Why not? Fighting off the zombies like you did is amazing with the feat. I know you did everything you could. No, if I had done everything, I could. Eddie would still be alive. Her voice is down, almost monotone. I should have recognized her vulnerability and stayed close to her. The zombie that attacked her should have been my primary target. It's easy to say that now, but at the time, you were doing what you thought was best. And I was wrong. That means it was my mistake. Her death was my fault. That's not true. You keep saying you should have known the prioritize defending area. But what if that mean you would have bought enough time for Kay and Tatsumi to get inside? I stepped close to her and put my hand on her shoulder. It could have been a trade-off. You might have saved Eddie, only to close on the other. That isn't always perfect outcome to every situation. We'll never know now. Ah, no matter what I say, she's still blaming herself. You kept Kay and Tatsumi safe so they could resolve the chemistry lab. You fought the zombie and survived. That's something not many people can say. Ranko straight and looks right in at me. Has she really seen me for the first time since the conversation began? You sound as thought you're admiring me. I do. You don't know me. What does that have to do with anything? I saw you fight. I saw you protect your classmate. I knew you would have to save Eddie if you could too. Thank you. She bowed her head, and then she stepped back to shake free the hand I still had on her shoulder. I opened my mouth to apologize, but before I can, she held out her hand. I vow to do everything I can to see you and the other to safely. Will you fight alongside me? What? Sure. Outward thought it feels. I rushed on and accepted her handshake. She clapped my hand firmly, and some of the pain in her eye fades. As thought she fears she was in this alone. I gave her a hand, gentle squeeze before letting go. We'll all get through this together. Yes, we will. I won't fail anyone again. That's not. But Ranko stepped past me to join the other again. As outwardly calm as ever. Did he miss the whole point of this conversation? Oh well. At least he seemed to be feeling better. I just worry about what will happen if their next fight doesn't go perfectly for her. I follow her and stand a little closer to Ranko than I normally would. Even though I don't quite understand her yet, maybe I can at least help her feel like she isn't alone. Osaki? Yeah? Thank you. That's the most genuine smile I've ever seen. Her face, maybe I didn't get through her to her after all. Genuine smile. I want to take a picture. I forgot to take a picture. Now I finally have the picture. Don't mention it. Her composed mess is back a moment later, but warm burn in my heart. I have a feeling I've seen the true Ranko, if only for a few seconds. Let's get back to the plan. Oh, that's me. I thought he would be a tough guy or so a normal guy, huh? Never expected that. You three have a plan? That's first good news. I heard all morning. I'm glad you were able to find your way to us. Me too. We thought we were the only one left. Do you think there are more people in the school? It's possible, but I highly unlikely. Her heavy pronouncement hung in the air between us, and you all lowered her head as she realized of our situation sinking. This might be it. The six of us standing here might be all that remain for the school. All our other classmates are dead. So, what's the plan? We're going to the AV room. They have equipment there that should let us learn the situation outside the school and possibly get in touch with people who can help us. Are you kidding? That's an terrible plan. Alright. What? Zombie are roaming the school and you want to take a stroll down to the AV room like some video nerd on break? It doesn't like little danger to leave the chemistry lab right now. Contrary to what you two seem to think, we aren't idiots. We came to the lab to arm ourselves first. That's right. Once we have our weapon to defend ourselves, then we can head to the AV room. It still will be dangerous. We should plan the escape route to take so we won't waste any time. Yes, maybe we can avoid the zombies. Then we won't even need to fight. This is so stupid. You just think that a safe path to the school? And who going to make weapon? Like that's something regular people just know how to do. It's going to be a problem, isn't she? I better do something. I can help Mel with the weapon. I have a few ideas already. You are. Why don't you work with Ranko to figure out the best path? Okay, and that's me. Keep watch cause the zombie get too close. Right, I can do that. Okay. As you and Rako sit down together, Kay touches me. They position by the door with the K, grumbling the entire time. Mel turned to me with a smirk. Not bad. Think you can keep the rainbow browser checked until we escape? What should I say? Don't call K rebel browser. What? Leave it to me. Leave it to me. I didn't expect to be good at that sort of thing. Oh, salah. I didn't. Ah, don't forget, I used to protect you from bullies when we were kids. You're so good with people, then why don't you have more friends? Wow, it doesn't mean so word. I mean, people give you a hard time, and you just let them. Why don't you handle it like you handled Kate just now? Too much effort for something I really don't care about. This is different. Our lives are at stakes. Huh? Makes sense. I don't know Kay well, but she seemed pretty hostile. She was friends with Eri, so she probably lashing out because of her grief. Anyway, back to the weapons. Right, like I said earlier, I think a fire-based weapon will be efficient against zombies. Yes, I've been thinking about that. We can combine a lighter and a gas burner. We should be able to create a handle flamethrower. Wow, that sounds useful. Of course, fuel isn't unlimited, so we have to use it carefully. Right. I also think we should make some small acid bomb and we can throw at the zombie. Acid bomb? A mixture of acid that will become highly explosive when it explodes to the air. She gets out of her chemistry and picks up the equipment and she speaks. Contained with a file. This should serve a projectile weapon when thrown. I see. What? I'm impressed you know how to do something like that. It's not like I study how to make a weapon or anything like that. I just know how these assets function when you combine. From there, it's just a matter of imagining how to use them. She handed me a lighter. Here, see what you can do about converting one of the burner into the flame tower. You really love chemistry, don't you? Hmm? I can tell how passionate you are just by how you all know all this stuff right off the top of your head. I don't enjoy it. I started studying science for my brother's sake, but I soon learned it was actually pretty interesting stuff. Your brother? Yes, he's 6. Oh, her expression fluttered for just a moment, but then she returned her attention to while she carefully preparing. Mel start studying science because of her brother? I can help my curiosity. I know so little about Mel to start with, and now I've seen a hint of what drives her. I didn't even know you had a brother. He doesn't attend our school. He doesn't? No, he's in hospital. My parents and I have homeschool him when we visit. Hmm. In the hospital? When she say her brother is sick, she means something long term? Now I understand. So then your brother illness is the reason you got into science. Yeah, that's right. Her hands got still for a moment and she looked past me into the distance. He's younger than me. I always look up out for him. He was just a little kid when we got diagnosis. What sort of sickness is it? A rare disease with no cure. Oh, like COVID-19. Treatment at the hospital have to keep him stable for now, but that won't last forever. Since there are no cure, eventually he'll run out of time. I'm so sorry. It's fine. What? How can she be so cold about her own brother? Especially when she clearly cares about him a lot. All I need for her, the doctor, to buy me enough time. Enough time to... Wait, what? Exactly is you're trying to do? Now she looked straight at me, the fire of determination burning in her eyes. I'm going to find a cure. What? Biology, chemistry, any other field of science that might help me. I study them all. I devote myself to this pursuit and I won't stop until I succeed. Wow, that's an admirable goal. But is it even possible? She's only a high school student after all. Do you really think you can do it? I know I can. From the moment we got diagnosis, I devoted myself to science. I will save my brother no matter what it takes. But if no one has ever found a cure, you doubted me? Of course you do. It's written all across your face. Doubt me all you want. I don't care. You're wrong, thought I'm going to do this. Does your brother know you're trying? I'm not sure he take it seriously, but I will tell him about how things will be once I succeed. Her frail gaze faded into the softer expression. He'll be discharged from the hospital and we go home together. We won't be in pain anymore, and he can do all the things he always dreamed of. I take him once a vacation and then... As the person cloud and she looked out the window. This zombie had better not lay a finger on my brother. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll be fine. You're not, but it's a nice thing to say. What? Eh? She goes back to work with a renewed energy, and I was in a fascination, so Mel isn't fighting just for herself and us, but for her younger brother. For both of their sakes, I hope you get through this. You know, I changed my mind. Hmm? Seeing how determined you are, I really do believe you'll find the cure. Darn right, I will. I turn my attention to one of the burner available in the lab. I like her idea of using with the lighter to make a flamethrower. I can already see the zombie going down the sea of flame just like a video games. For the moment, my enthusiasm is almost enough to overwhelm the horror. I start adjusting the gas burn, seeing how I can use this together with the lighter up for the effect we want. Let's see. If I put it like this and just the gas to a higher level. Not like that, Ozaki. Not with that much gas. Huh? Explode? I barely have the time to look at it respond to her all-alarm shot when it air from me combusts a flame into the massive fireball. I barely have time. What have I done? I maybe isn't easy as a game after all. As my absorption doomed the plan. We'll be able to make our weapon and get past the zombies. Find out the next chapter of Clash of the Living Deads. As the air explodes with the fire, and the closest test tubes shatter, I lunge forward to pull down Mel out of the danger zone, shielding her from the flame as we drop. Are you okay? You didn't have to do that. I know enough to duck. Okay, her cheek reddened, and she looked away from me. With my adrenaline fading, I noticed that my rush to shield her resulted in the two of us being inch apart, her both pinned by me. Sorry about that. I just didn't want you to get hurt. It was your fault anyway. Footsteps around toward us, and I look up to see you and your uncle. And Tatsumi? We heard an explosion. What happened? Are you okay? Yeah, it was an accident. I'm glad it was a small explosion, not a fire. What with you? She has just an odd look on her face. With a jaw, I realize I'm still practically on top of Mel. I quickly scramble to my feet, and she does the same. Should I say anything about this? Better just don't say anything, man. It's not like I owe anyone explanation, and I really rather not explain how mistake caused an explosion. Oh, let's skip it. Let's see, what did it say? Sorry. The shadow glass from the broken test tube, you both seem to be fine, so we leave you to your work. I guess that uncle. You both seem to be fine, so we leave your work. Yeah, glad to see it wasn't anything too bad. Diva and with her silence. I'll go back to keeping a watch then. We should realize our plan. Before I can finish, Mel meet my gaze. Her expression is flat. Thanks for shielding me, even though I would have been fine. But in the interest of not having any further explosion, I think I should finish up the weapon alone. Leave no room for argument. Right. I go see what you and your uncle have to come up with then. Hurry away from Mel and I joined them. They returned to the desk where they were working. So, have you figured out the best route for us to take? Well, a sudden cry made her fall to silence. Zombies! They're coming this way! Well, they must heard that explosion, you idiot, Cass. I understand that, but this is no time to argue. We need to barricade the floor. On the desk already sit in the front of the door, But with that many help, I get a second one stacked on the top of it. Two more desks shoved against the door. That completely our makeshift barricade. I can take a step back. The door trembles as the zombies land into the front outside, but it's whole. Phew. Although this is going to make getting to the AV room bit more difficult. Actually, it won't. Hmm? I thought back to them. Don't tell me, you guys. The planes jump out of the window. After going over everything, Uncle and I decided the safe plan is to leave through the window. Yep, I expected that way. And use the emergencies there instead of the going through the halls. Wait, there is one? Hmm, Maria. Hmm, yeah, it's a smart idea. That should be much safer. Unlike the hall and the classroom, the emergency cells should be free of zombie. Right. The only way the zombie could be out there is the emergency exit was open when the outbreak began. Or if the zombie figure out how to open it, it's the closest plan. We shall only have to deal with the zombie right outside the AV room. We're hoping. However, we should still arm ourselves in case we run into any trouble. Right. Okay. Weapons are ready, everyone. Come here. Oh. As we gather around the lab table, I notice Ranko is hanging back to the chair, reluctant to join the group. While Mel and Yua and Sylvia exit, I step closer to Ranko. Something wrong? There is no need for me to take one of these weapons. After all, I have my own. Where did you get that anyway? You hold her katana. Why? Do you have that anyway? So speak of the tongue. It's for my lido practice. I never thought I would need use it in an actual combat situation. Practice? Uh, Taking a closer look, I realized that her katana is a sort of blunted weapon. Oh, so it's not sharp. She would have to use for practice and demonstration. She must have sharpened the edge herself once she knew she had to fight. What? She can do that? You're right. You probably should keep fighting with the weapon you're familiar with. Pretty skill. Not skill enough. Yeah. Is she still beating herself up over what happened to Eddie? You were able to get Kay and Tasmin to safely. Yes, I will keep reminding myself of that. From what I saw, you pretty excellent swordsman. Yet I was fighting incorrectly. You were the one to tell me I should aim the zombie head. Uh, that was a guess on my part based on what I've seen in the video game and movies. To be honest, it's not your fault you didn't know. Nevertheless, I wish I had your knowledge. What should I do? Did Shankar the fight zombie? Dismiss the idea. I mean, I think he is the most skilled fighter in the group. Except me. I don't know anything, just knowledge. So, teach him a little bit at least. If you really think it will help, I'd be happy to give you some tips. I'd be very grateful for your assistance. Her formality made me a little nervous. How she realized I was serious when I said my knowledge comes from a game and movies. Okay, the first thing to keep in the mind is that you can fight zombie like you would a living opponent. Even though they look like a human, they dead undead. How is that possible? Well, I don't know. The important thing, though, is that they attacking their body won't do anything. They don't feel pain, and the wound won't slow them down. Here's your instruction to aim for the head. That's right. Destroying a zombie brain will put them down permanently. At least, that's how it works in the games. I'm used to throwing my katana for a quick slash in front of me, but this requires a different sort of precision. Uh, she left her katana to eye level and extend it in front of her. If he eventually how she have to strike to hit a zombie head. Here, if you angle just a little, you should be able to attack more easily. I sat behind her, adjust her arm. Her skin is warm beneath my hand, and I am brutally aware that my chest is nearly pressed against her. Back into this position, I quickly stepped away. Hmm. Yes, I see. Seeming unfazed by our closest a moment ago, she takes a true lightning fast swing at the air before nodding in satisfaction. Targeting the leg is also a good idea, since they be slower if they can walk. Would cutting off their arm be a benefit to stop them from grabbing us? Yes, they still be dangerous, but it helps. See, you're getting the hang of this already. Her head bows as she sheathes her katana. What's wrong? It's unsettling to speak so coldly after sawing the creature that we once our classmate, and even more disturbing to know I have the skill to dispatch them. They aren't our classmates anymore. We will steal their face and recognize them. Then we will cut them down. The lack of emotion in her voice made me shiver. As then I reached out to touch her shoulder. The actual people are already dead. This is what they wanted us to do. Will Eddie be among them? I probably. I failed to save her once. Will I now be before to kill her corpse? If we encounter Eddie, I do it. Oh, what? I do it. I won't make you go through that. Thank you. For a moment, our gaze met as she looked away and her shoulders sank. I wish I wasn't so weak to need to depend on someone like this. What do you mean someone like this, huh? Hey, it's not about being weak. It's about supporting one another. We all need to work together at a time like this. Mine is still on her shoulder, and she slowly reached up to place her own and over mine. Her finger delicate, yet I can feel the sting of requirer of her swordsmanship. I'm glad you're here. You're a good man, Anzaki. Oh, it's nothing. I'm just trying to do my part. With you here, I feel like I can depend on someone after all. You're not in this alone. I know you're the head of the student council, but don't try to take it all on responsibility. Thank you. I remember that. Sorry, I skipped that. Anytime. She stepped out of my grave, but the warmth of her skin lingered on my hand as I stared after her. Ozaki, do you want a weapon or not? Sorry, I'm coming. You and Tatsumi and Kay have already been equipped with a weapon. Although Kay looks less enthusiastic about one of the assets she now carrying. Oh, he carrying it? I don't know about that. I joined Mel at the lab table, and she handed me a burner with a lighter attached to it. Oh, I got a flamethrower! Oh, wow! Con- Congratulations, you get one of the two flamethrowers. I have the other one. Just squeeze this, make its lever to activate it, the flame and the gas. Pointing the flamethrower away from everyone, I give it an experienced squeeze. A flame shoot out. Good. You figured it out? Now, don't do that again unless there's a zombie in front of you, because the figure is limited. Right. Ah, it's cool. Flamethrower. I wish I had. This animation of flame burn on zombies. She had me a bunch of file too. There are acid projectile I talk about. There are one of the zombie perfectly the head and it will shatter into impact. I can make more so conserve the flamethrower whenever you can. Okay, got it. Well, I guess this means we're ready to go. This is stupid. You don't have to go with us if you don't want to. No way I'm staying here by myself. If you moron are all going, I guess I take along. I guess I take along. Oh, it's gonna be a pain in the butt. For those of you who haven't heard, our plan is to through the balcony and use the emergency there to reach the AV room. Follow me. Outside, we race up the emergency stair to reach the AV room. Being out there on fresh air is a relief, but it is mentioned by the sight of zombies milling about through the stair below. So many of them. Zombies! I know, Wait, she doesn't mean those one. There are zombies on the emergency stair. I thought you said the pet was safe. We miscalculated. Don't panic, guys. This is why we brought our weapons. To embrace his word, he lobbed one of the projectile at the approaching zombie. The glass shattered and the acid exploded. The zombie dropped to the ground. It works! Yes! Melon really are genius. We proceed forward for more caution, now using our weapon to take down the zombie in our path. It worked even better than I expected, and soon my confidence in our plan is restored. Hmm? Unlike me, Mel looks so more shaken than ever. She stared at the approaching zombie with a wide eye, and her hands trembled. Hey, are you okay? I went into the science to help people. I never thought I'd see the day when my knowledge was used to kill. So eventually, the zombie or not, She shook her head and pushed past me on the stair. Never mind. Forget it. Despite her brusque word, her shoulders are rigid, her hand now clenched into the fist to keep them from shaking. Should I do something? Reassure Mel that she did the right thing, focus on the fighting zombie. I have other people to do fighting things, so I need to focus on her for a little bit. I catch up with her again. Listen to me, Mel. You did the right thing. Did I tell you to forget it? I can tell it's bothering you. I'll do what necessary. And that's a good thing. Sure. It is. I know it's hard. You're not the only one struggling with the morality of what we are doing right now. But you need to focus on the good part. These weapons are helping us survive. Yeah. She looked so unhappy that before I know what I'm doing, I turned to her on the stair and hugged her. It's okay. I promise. Huh? What are you doing? Sorry. I quickly let go of the start walking again while she shook her head beside me. Did you forget and think I was your pal you are or something? No. I knew it was you. I wanted to make you feel better. I should have asked first. I'm not sure random hug is exactly the best way to cheer up someone who just saw her chemical weapon in action, you know? Don't think it's obvious as using your knowledge to kill. Think of it as a different way to save people. That's the most optimistic appraisal I ever heard of creating an acid bomb that makes zombie head explode. But sure, I try to think of it that way. I think I'm making a progress. She looked calmer, at least, I think, guys. We are really happy you're here. Come now. No one happy I'm around. What? People perfectly appreciated me right now because I made a weapon. As soon as this is over, things will go back to normal. Not like anyone to hang out with me for my company. I will. Huh? I love to hang out with you sometimes. Did you take a blow to the head in the explosion or something? No! I think you cool person and it like to talk to you. Sometime when we are not fighting for our life, that is. Huh? So, for the record, I don't just appreciate you because you can help us kill a zombie. Never thought I heard someone say that, especially not a loner like you. Then again, maybe it makes sense that it's you. Oh, it's cruel. She stopped walking and faced me, then held out her hand. I'm not much of a hugger, but why don't we shake on it once this is all over? We'll hang out, be a nerd together. Deal? Uh, Deal. Now, we better get back to the fighting. It's the only way we'll survive. Yeah, she looked like she's much more accepting of the situation now. I'm glad what we need to do is horrible, but we can afford to hesitate. And for the record, I'm happy you're here too. We hold each other engaged a moment longer, and then we hurry up the stair after the other again. I feel better now. I'm looking forward to the day we can spend the time together just for fun. Ozaki! At your cry, I pushed forward to the front of the group until I reached her. What is it? Ranko think we should take the next machine exit back inside. What? What about reaching the AV room? The emergency said we are good idea only because we thought they would be freeze or zombie. Out here we forced to fight in a narrow space. The hall will give us more room to maneuver. Okay, good point. We'll head inside and go through the hall to reach the AV room. Right. While you spread the word so the other turn on the plan, Ranko and I lead the charge through the remaining zombie. Between us is the next balcony. Here it is. Let's go. We open the way back into the school and fighting off the closest zombie. Then we run together direction of the AV room until we finally reach the clear section of the hall. Everyone okay? Uncle stands beside me, alert for the danger. Touch me, give me a firm nod when our gaze meet. Kay looked annoying, but at least she's still with us. You are gasped for breath, but she's holding up. Wait a minute. I look at everyone again and look down the hall. No one else is around except for some distant zombie. Mel is nowhere to be seen. Well, where did she go? Mel has disappeared. Did she get spread from house on the stair? Or did she have a reason to go out on her own? What should we do now? Find out the next chapter. Class of the Living Dead.